soft glow of a soul evening, where dreams whisper beneath the shimmer of golden chandeliers and crystal platters, a story of destiny, love, and the bittersweet dance of fate begins. The ballroom, a luxurious haven of grandeur and quiet elegance, holds within its walls more than just ornate decor and elite guests. It cradles the tender hopes of a woman named Ella, a vision in a flowing green gown whose every step is a quiet testament to the majesty and mystery of life. Tonight, as the chatter of voices congeals into a symphony of distant murmurs, Ella finds herself at the threshold of an extraordinary encounter, a moment that promises to rewrite the delicate script of her heart. Ella has long nurtured dreams of transcending the mundane, of weaving her story into the fabric of serendipity. As she stands in the midst of opulence, a glass of champagne trembling gently in her hand, her eyes wander to the grand windows that frame the luminous night. The lavish ambience of the Seoul Ballroom, with its meticulously arranged crystal platters and the graceful flicker of candlelight, is more than just a backdrop. It is an active participant in the unfolding drama, a silent witness to the fragile interplay between destiny and desire. Amidst this grandeur, an unexpected presence emerges, a force of nature in human form that draws her attention like a whispered secret in a crowded room. Minjay, a tall Korean man with dark, intense eyes and a charisma woven into the very fabric of his being, enters the scene. His arrival is understated yet profound, as though fate had orchestrated every detail to ensure that their eyes would meet in a moment of undeniable connection. As he moves toward Ella, his footsteps echo the quiet promise of something extraordinary, his smile soft and knowing, his voice a hushed murmur that carries the weight of destiny. In that fleeting moment when their gazes lock, the noisy cadence of the party recedes into insignificance. There is an ineffable quality to their encounter, an emotional gravity that holds both promise and peril. For Ella, who had often lost herself in the reveries of countless dramas, stories of love, heartbreak, and redemption, the reality of this encounter is startlingly tangible. The scene unfolding before her surpasses the scripted illusions of television. It is raw and unfiltered, blending the beauty of art with the unpredictability of life. Guided by an unspoken understanding, Minjay extends his hand, inviting her to a realm beyond the glittering confines of the ballroom. Together, they step onto a balcony that opens onto a breathtaking panorama of the Seoul skyline. The city below twinkles like a constellation scattered at the feet of destiny, its lights mirroring the stars above and the uncharted possibilities of the coming hours. Here, in the cool embrace of the night, every detail is magnified. The gentle caress of the breeze, the interplay of shadow and light on their faces, and the soft murmur of the city's heartbeat all converge into an intimate tableau that hints at both celebration and the unknown. For a heartbeat, time stands suspended as they stand side by side, their eyes locked in a silent dialogue. It is here, on that balcony, that the intricate layers of fate begin to reveal themselves. Ella's heart races with an intensity born of a lifetime of dreams and doubts, while Minjay's calm demeanor belies the storm of emotions swirling beneath the surface. He offers not just companionship, but also a tender promise, a promise that in the midst of uncertainties and the inevitable trials that love brings, there lies the potential for transformation. As the conversation between them flows with gentle cadence, Ella finds herself drawn to the subtle symbolism of a delicate necklace resting gracefully against her collarbone. For her, the necklace is more than a piece of jewelry. It is a silent emblem of protection, commitment, and the invisible threads that connect hearts across time and space. It reminds her, in a quiet and almost imperceptible way, that every adornment carries a story of sacrifice, beauty, and the eternal quest for belonging. The way the subtle gleam of the necklace catches the soft light of the evening is a poetic reminder of the promises that lie hidden within moments of serendipity. Yet, beneath the magic of this encounter, and amidst the beauty of the night, a quiet conflict stirs within Ella. As the cool breeze mingles with the warmth of Minjay's presence, she becomes painfully aware of her own internal hesitations. Memories of past disappointments and the fear of stepping into the unknown flicker across her mind like brief, haunting shadows. The very idea of letting her guard down, a vulnerability that has always been both a source of strength and pain, now seems entwined with the risk of losing herself in a narrative too grand to control. The necklace at her throat, a symbol of both hope and trepidation, becomes a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between risk and reward in the realm of love. In the midst of the gentle turbulence that swirls within her, Ella's gaze shifts between the captivating skyline and the man standing before her. Minjay's eyes, dark and searching, seem to carry a world of unspoken words, a universe of secrets waiting to be shared. His expression, tempered by both kindness and a resolute determination, speaks volumes of a journey that is as much about self-discovery as it is about finding connection in the midst of life's chaos. Together, they embody the dualities of passion and restraint, of destiny and the unpredictable twists of fate. As they walk slowly along the balcony's edge, their steps harmonize with the pulse of the night. The city's lights flicker like distant promises, each one a beacon of hope in a world teeming with uncertainties. The gentle murmur of their conversation is layered with pauses, moments of introspection where words give way to the silent language of glances and fleeting smiles. In these precious instants, the romance of the evening is not defined solely by grand gestures, but also by the quiet, almost imperceptible signals that speak louder than words. So begins the unfolding of their story, a narrative woven from threads of destiny, internal conflict, and the raw magnetism of a budding romance. Ella, standing at the brink of surrendering to the inevitable allure of the moment, finds herself battling an internal tempest. Her heart, which once beat in time with the careful rhythms of caution and self-preservation, now races to the unpredictable cadence of love. And Minjay, with his gentle insistence and soft-spoken assurances, becomes the embodiment of that very unpredictability, the promise of both elation and the delicate pain of vulnerability. As the night deepens, the two wanderers on this journey of connection find themselves drawn back, step by tentative step, to the familiarity of the ballroom. The contrast between the dazzling lights of the night outside and the subdued, reflective ambience of the interior is stark, a metaphor for the internal dualities that define their beings. Inside, the grandeur of the celebration continues unabated, yet for Ella and Minjay, the universe has narrowed down to the close proximity of their shared silence. It is a silence that hums with unspoken promises and laden with the weight of potential futures. Within that silence, every element seems to pulse with meaning: the glint of a crystal platter, the subtle shimmer of a passing gown, and the lingering aroma of champagne all contribute to the narrative of the night. But above all, it is the quiet interplay of their emotions, her internal struggle against the pull of destiny, and his calm assurance that seems to defy the chaos of chance, that defines the very essence of their encounter. It is a delicate balancing act, one that teeters on the knife edge of hope and fear, much like the intricate symbolism of the necklace that rests lightly against Ella's skin. And as the evening draws on, casting long shadows and soft echoes across the opulent space, the inevitability of their connection becomes undeniable. They stand in close proximity, the distance between them shrinking until it is as though the very air is charged with the electric undercurrent of fate. Their eyes, as if locked in a silent promise, speak a language where every glance is laden with tentative declarations and doubts intermingled with desire. The world beyond the ballroom fades until only the two of them remain, suspended in a moment that feels both eternal and fleeting. In that culminating moment, when the boundaries between dream and reality blur, Ella realizes that love is not a neatly scripted narrative. It is a living, breathing tapestry, a collage of memories, promises, and the sometimes agonizing acceptance of vulnerability. Her mind, a whirl of hope shadowed by apprehension, wrestles with the realization that falling in love is both a surrender and an act of rebellion against the confines of a predictable life. The delicate necklace at her throat, a cherished emblem of past dreams and future hopes, catches the light and seems to pulse in time with the rhythm of her beating heart. It is as if this subtle adornment holds within it the promise of protection, the weight of commitment, and a constant reminder that even in the face of fear, there is beauty in daring to embrace the unknown. Minjay, whose own expressions betray a lifetime of unspoken stories, seems attuned to the silent struggle that flickers in Ella's eyes. His voice, when he speaks again, is soft and deliberate, a steady cadence that brings comfort even as it stokes the flames of her desire. "Ella," he says, his tone imbued with a gentle resolve that promises understanding without demanding certainty. In that single word lies all the complexity of their journey, the merging of past regrets, the delicate promise of a future unwritten, and the raw intensity of emotions that both bind and liberate. Under the watchful gaze of the Seoul skyline, with each light a quiet testament to the myriad lives unfolding below, Ella and Minjay stand together at a crossroads of fate and free will. The night, with its tapestry of shadows and shimmering luminescence, becomes a canvas on which their delicate narrative is painted. A narrative that refuses easy conclusions, that revels in the beauty of honest, if painful, truths. Love, in all its multifaceted glory, emerges as both a sanctuary and a battleground, a realm where hope and despair coexist in a fragile balance. As the final minutes of the evening slip away like grains of sand through open fingers, the tension that has silently defined their interaction transitions into a profound, reflective quiet. Each breath, each heartbeat, speaks to the complexity of their shared moment, a moment that promises more than just the fleeting thrill of romance, but the lifelong journey of navigating the unpredictable course of destiny. Ella's internal conflict, once a maelstrom of anxiety and aspiration, now settles into a reflective acceptance. She understands that the narrative of love is never straightforward. Its beauty lies in its uncertainty, its pain in its passion, and its magic in the willingness to trust in the unseen forces that guide our lives. In that bittersweet twilight, as they once again find themselves amid the softly lit corridors of the grand ballroom, the promise of a new beginning lingers like the final note of a symphony. The memory of the cool balcony, the intimate exchange of glances, and the silent communion over the delicate necklace that held so much meaning, all coalesce into a quiet certainty. They part, not with a definitive goodbye, but with the silent understanding that tonight was merely the opening act of a larger, unfolding story, a story that would challenge, comfort, and ultimately transform both of their lives. And so, as the echoes of the evening recede into the quiet murmur of the night, Ella and Minjay step forward into a future where fate and free will dance in delicate tandem. The glamour of the ballroom, the allure of the sparkling city, and the soft, enigmatic glow of the night all bear witness to the eternal human quest for connection. A quest that is as timeless as it is unpredictable. The journey has just begun, and in the hushed cadence of that final moment, they both sense that the true magic of love lies not in its simplicity, but in its profound complexity. Join us as we delve into the intricate symbolism of necklaces and romantic narratives, uncovering the layers of meaning behind these cherished adornments.